Alrighty, so this is my second affirmative rebuttal and last rebuttal. In the beginning, I began to argue that the US is running out of energy and that the problem was not going to fix itself. I also argued that we could potentially get around the space treaty. Something that was signed and passed a long time ago about how other countries couldn't necessarily um, develop the moon for their own use, I guess. My opponent then argued that other countries were, in fact, involved in this space treaty, and if we um, develop the moon, we could potentially be starting conflict. Um, my opponent also argued that we are not necessarily running out of energy here on Earth to begin with. After multiple rebuttals from both myself and my opponent, I have come to the conclusion that it would be best if we as a country develop the moon for helium-3. My opponent did not provide much of an alternative. We could develop Earth for energy, and though my opponent disagrees, we are in fact running out of energy here on Earth. And I believe I've proven that multiple times through multiple articles, especially the one titled Ecotricity, where it lays out when exactly we'll run out of each individual energy source. It could be potentially wasteful if we develop machinery to extract energy from Earth when there is hardly any left. And though fusion reactors may be a fantasy now, we could potentially be using fusion reactors here in the near future. Just like electric cars were once just a fantasy, now they're a reality and we're actually using them. So who's to say the, I guess, art of fusion reactors couldn't play out the same way? We could potentially, be using them, and I think it would be wasteful if we decided not to start developing the moon just because we don't have fusion reactors yet. I believe that they're on their way. So, in conclusion, the US government should increase its development of the Earth's moon for energy, specifically helium-3.